All that now, after I had made my way to Ottawa, after I had stayed with Chief Justice Spence and found out just exactly what was going on there, first-hand experience, the media had made it something totally different and totally off the point, off the mark, that nobody, for the most part, your general Canadian populace doesn't really care about treaty rights. They don't know about treaty rights. They don't understand that they're under treaty to begin with themselves, that they're treaty people too. The nation of Canada is built on the treaties. They don't understand that. But that's an aside, and I knew that they wouldn't understand that, and that's why I had always championed for water. I was an advocate for water because the importance of our environment and our water supersedes everything else. We don't have, we have these luxuries that we're living for today, but we live in these insulated bubbles of cars, houses, work, buildings, schools, and very rarely do people actually go out and look at their environment. Very rarely do they actually go out and see what we have an inherent right to. And that's life. That's to be operating within the system of life. And maybe if people had first-hand see, maybe if they could see every day exactly what the oil sands are doing, maybe if they could look over that 12-foot wall that they've erected around the tailings ponds and see the kind of environmental destruction that's happening, maybe if they could smell the chemicals drifting in from fracking, maybe if they were directly affected, then they would really care. But that's the beauty of the fracking project, is because it's over there on the reserve where nobody goes. Let it happen out there to them. Let it go away from our insulated bubbles. Because if we actually had to confront this, then we would become accountable and we become responsible. And I had heard a quote earlier today that said, if something malicious can be undone by the truth, then it ought to be. And that just made me think that it's true, because we are accountable. And to all the people here, I'm sure you're aware, I'm sure you have your knowledge, and with your knowledge, apply that in whatever way you can to whoever you can talk to. Scream if you have to, because we don't have 100 years to be suffering from climate change, to be suffering from the impacts of environmental degradation and devastation. We're feeling the impacts now. We don't have 100 years to wait for oil to run out. More like 20, more like 15. We're already on the other side of the bell curve of peak oil, and that's worldwide. That's why the oil sands are so important to these money people, because they want to be shipping their bitumen out, sell it to China. Don't sell it to the United States, sell it to China. You want the market, make as much money as you can, prop you and your oligarchy of bullies up, and make sure to get as much money as they can, and the hell with the rest of you. That seems to be the order of the day. But as people, we have a responsibility to not only ourselves, but to the future generations, to stop this, to stop these bullies. We have to stand up to these bullies and just tell them, you can't do this. You can't do this to us. Unfortunately, my chief had signed the fracking deal. He had taken the money, and what are you supposed to do? There's a lot of poor people out there. You're going to turn down $50 million? When you have all these people that are poor, it's so easy to be coercive. It's so easy to bully them in because they have no choice. When you're scrounging daily when most of your people are surviving off of welfare, when society outside the reserve won't hire you because they know all about you. Most of them can't even name the tribes that are in the locality, but no, they know all about you Indians. So what are we to do? And in the face of that, it seems that there's not much we can do. But I want to sing you a song. It's by the Decemberists. It's probably the most evil song I've ever heard. After the oil deal went through on Blood Tribe, after they allowed fracking to go in, there was a gala for Red Crow Community College to fundraise, so they invited me to sing. All of the oil men were there, Chief and Council was there. There's about it was $275 a plate dinner to fundraise for the Red Crow. So now that I had the captive attention of Chief and Council and all of their oil buddies and all of their business partners and people from the community of Lethbridge, I thought I have a chance to sing something for you. So, let me get